Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. I'm Brittany and this video is coming to you from Fairfax Pilates in Northern Virginia. So if you are in the neighborhood, please stop by and give us a visit in person. For those of you just working out at home, we're going to do just a full body workout today on the Reformer. So as we're getting ready here, make sure you do have a box. We're going to use our box at some point during the workout today. And also a small ball. So I'm going to use these purple triad balls. You can also just use like a playground ball, okay? Just make sure it's not filled completely, it has to have a little give. So go ahead and get your stuff, set your machine up for your proper footwork settings, and I'll meet you right back here. All right guys, welcome back. So hopefully you've measured your machine, your gear bar, your straps, all of that is measured for your body. And we are going to do footwork, but we're just not going to do it first. So we're actually going to start with some elephant and some like vinyasa kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and begin with one red and one blue. And we're going to start standing on the machine. So hands on the foot bar. And we're going to place our flat feet back up against the shoulder blocks. And let's begin with a nice rounded shape to our spine, concentrating on really lifting the lower back, relax the neck and the shoulders. And we're going to just use our feet, pressing the machine out away from the foot bar, and then we're going to lift our backs to pull it home. Easy stretch to start here. Lengthen the lower legs, flex the spine, return. Two more. Back we go, and then up. This feels really nice. I always like to stretch my back and my legs anyways before I start. Now go ahead and drop your waist, lift your head and tail. Watch that you don't take your body forward here. You want to be weight shifted back over the feet as much as you can. Pressing again the lower legs back. And then in. Often I really see people pushing from their shoulders. Think of the arms like kickstands. They're stationary, and the only moving part is going to be right there at the hip, just right here. This is the moving part right here. So as you extend your spine and press out with the legs, hopefully you feel a little bit more in the lower abs as you return the carriage back to the dock. And also just at the base of the shoulder blades is where you really ought to feel that lengthening. One more time. All right. Now, 1 foot front, 1 foot in the back. This is our yoga move that we're going to borrow. So I like that the feet are in line with their own hips and they're both as straight as they can be. So if this leg absolutely can't straight, maybe a little soft, or change how your back foot is. We really want the length to happen on the front leg, so the straighter that the leg can be, the better. Same thing here. We're going to weight shift back, and before we move the machine, we're just going to cat and cow the spine. Flex the spine, and then lengthen. So I'm not moving the machine, I'm just moving my spine. Flex, and then elongate. We're going to stay here in this extension, so our waist is down, the head and tail are lifted. And we press the machine back and then let it come forward. So this does two things. Obviously, the screaming part is the forward leg. That's the loudest, that's the stretch that happens. And the second is that we get this nice little rotation at the lower body, at the lower back actually. So our hips spiral. So we get some movement in that lumbar spine. rotate, and then return. Easy peasy, let's change feet. Left front, right in the back. Start with the cat-cow. Round, and release. So it's funny, on the different legs now on this second foot forward, I feel it mainly in my front calf, whereas on the other leg, it was in the hamstring. So your body will stretch where it needs it most. Keep that weight shifted back over that back leg here. And then we hold the extension backward and forward. This is another instance where I see a lot of people push from the shoulders. It is all about the legs. If I were to push from my shoulder, I don't get the stretch, okay? So you can see my legs don't move. Hold the arms still, move the legs, okay? Last time. Good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just lower down to my knees, feet up against the shoulder blocks. I'm still gonna stretch here. So one foot is on the bar, the other foot, the toes are curled under, you get a nice fascia stretch. We're also not moving the machine here. Pushing the hip forward at the foot bar so that my knee that is down, that's my left, it's really opening that hip flexor. So I'm just pushing my body weight forward. You can hold on to the foot bar if you need, or we can lift the arm up and lean away from the knee we're kneeling on. All right, and then we're gonna switch. So if you don't like this up here, this one down here on the bottom is gonna be the modification for that exercise. So we're gonna switch those feet. The positioning of the foot really matters, so make sure you feel situated there in a way that's comfortable. We're pressing the toes under, and then just sort of driving the hips forward, the pelvis evenly pushing forward at the foot bar. And then this leg that's down, I can either hold the bar if I need the assistance on balance, or the arm can travel up. And we reach away from the knee. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna drop the red spring off, leaving just a blue. I'm gonna do a little twisting, and then we'll get back to the the footwork. So we're gonna grab the strap with our, the one closest to the way we're facing. We put prayer hands both inside, and we're gonna sit really tall. So when the weight is in front of me, my arms are straight, it's not incredibly heavy, it's just awareness. We're just warming up. So you don't have to really load it, and then we rotate. So I've put my butt kind of in the middle of the carriage so that I've got a rotation both directions. I still have resistance as I rotate away from the foot bar, and of course more as I rotate toward it. Sitting really tall here. This isn't about building that incredible strength in the obliques just yet. It's about moving the back. Okay. I'm gonna put some teaser in our workout today. I always find that my teaser looks and feels better if my back is stretched first. One more time, really simple here. And then I'm gonna just give it to the hand closest to the foot bar. The other hand, you do whatever you want with it. I usually press it on the carriage here. And then I'm gonna press and sideways bend. And then I bring it right back. I'm gonna catch the arm at 90 degrees. So we're getting a lateral bend with an overhead press. And then return. Think of sitting up tall, and as you go over, you're going up and over, sort of like a barrel shape on this side. Try not to rotate your shoulders. You don't want to be looking down here. That's a different exercise. We're just getting a lateral stretch. And then perfectly tall, and then we reach. I'm gonna get one more time here, everybody. Up and over. This helps open up all the fascia in the side body. We can breathe nice and deeply. All right, guys, turn it around. Starting with our prayer hands in between the strap. Make sure you've got the strap in the front. So kind of sit yourself in the center here. And then we're simply rotating. Watch the shoulders stay down away from the ears. As you turn, stay upright. Posture matters. So waistline shrink wraps in, and you just twist. Not sure what the weather is like where you are watching this from, but it is almost November, and here in Northern Virginia we have an unusually warm day. It's 85 degrees, so this workout might be a little sweatier than otherwise planned because it is all windows in this room and it is warm. All right, so right here, sideways bend with an overhead press, reach, and then return. It's all about finding length and then maintaining the length as you return upright. So my back should be pretty straight, and then lean as this bottom shoulder relaxing. Let's get 3 more. Up and over. 1. This bottom arm, I'm not putting any weight on it. I'm bending the elbow so that my shoulder can be relaxed underneath. 1 more time. Good. And then we're here. All right, now we will begin with footwork. For me, I like 3 red springs. Go ahead and grab your ball. We're going to use it here in a bit, so just keep it where you can easily grab it. And then, of course, lay down. Choose the position for your headrest that you like most. And I'm just going to hold the ball because it's too far. It's hard for me to reach on the ground. So situate your back in the center, heels together, toes apart, and we're going to just do our regular footwork to begin. So we press out, zip the legs together, the heels connect, and stay tightly connected for all of this. Good. Now we're going to return and parallel feet. I'm going to go around the arches of my feet today. My feet are together. They can also be hip distance. And we're going to press out. If you go around the arch of the foot, you get a little foot massage, which is such a nice bonus. So as you press out, think tighten your tummy. You're going to do those pelvic floor muscles. So 30% Kegel draws the belly in and up, protects the low back, and it makes your tummy flat. So wind all around. Now we're going to go onto the heel of the foot, so draw the toes back towards you in dorsiflexion. And when they come back, I don't want the feet to rock in towards you. See how my feet are moving here? I don't want this. What I want is your feet to stay against an imaginary wall. So when you come in, there's more dorsiflexion in the anterior tips here. Get that workout. And then you push out, your feet are essentially stationary, right? We're pulling the feet in towards our knees, and the feet stay. Pull them in. So if you are a teacher, what I do is I usually touch the bottoms of someone's feet, or I hold the extended platform at the bottom and let them press into it so the feet are still. High half toe. So now we're up on the ball of the foot, all 10 toes point up toward the ceiling, and we press out. And again here, I don't like the heels staying high as we come in and out. Your heels are there, and then you come in, and then as you push out, it's like you're slipping into those high half toe position. So if you were wearing a pair of high heels, the shoes aren't moving, and you are just slipping them on. Keeping the toes off the bar isolates the quads. Keeping the heels stationary builds strength and stamina and stability around the ankle joint. And then of course, those calves are working. All right, guys, here's where it's going to get exciting. We're going to take the ball and we're going to just place it between the inner thighs. So separate your feet as needed so that the ball doesn't make the knees go wider than parallel. So we're going to go all the way out. We're going to keep those high half toes on. And then we're going to just drop into like half, and we're going to pulse. Now I don't have my watch on today, so I'm going to do my best estimate of 30 seconds. You'll be surprised how warm this gets. So I've got a little hug at the inner thighs here where I'm not trying to crush the ball, but I'm just holding on to it. If for any reason you don't like the ball, this is optional, of course. So do keep the toes up. And we're coming in fast, right? So it's like I'm hitting the brakes every time I come in. So these quads are like, hello, right? You should feel them. It gets warm almost instantly. Keep the low back down. Shoulders relaxed. Relax the muscles in your face. That seems like I shouldn't even need to say it, but you know how we can squint and frown when we're thinking. So just relax the muscles. I always joke with my students that you shouldn't need Botox after Pilates. All right, just keep your face relaxed. Okay, well, I'm gonna say that's about 30, I'm not sure. Now hold it at the halfway mark. I'm not docked all the way in. I'm at that halfway mark. Lower the heels, lift. Yes. Burn city right here. So those quads should be talking. Meanwhile, we're building the strength in the ankles, and of course the calves are getting the work. We're getting all that movement in the lower leg, which is so excellent. There's so many muscles and ligaments in the lower leg. Keep your low back connected to the carriage. So basically, we're gonna do this for another approximate 30 seconds, and then we're gonna repeat them both again, 30 seconds and 30 seconds. So after this, we're gonna go back to the pulses. After the pulses, we're gonna repeat this again. And then we'll be done with that, I promise. I'm probably wildly off with this one because it feels like an eternity. So I'm gonna say that's 30 seconds. We're gonna go up to the tippy toes and we hit those pulses. Pulse, pulse, pulse. It makes a difference. The toes are relaxed on the bar. Pull them up, little Barbie feet. There we go. In and in. Now for extra credit, I usually just squeeze my bottom the whole time here. So my glutes are on, kegling, inner thighs are hugging the ball, the quads are on fire, all the work in the calf. Basically everything below the pelvis is getting the workout right here. Make it count, make the movement intentional and clean. And then just breathe, relax the muscles at your neck and your shoulders and your brow. No scowling loud. Yes. The timer would be helpful. I'm going on my best instinct, and you know Pilates instructors can't count, so forgive me if I'm way off. We're gonna pause there. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. If it makes you feel better, my legs are burning also. Just keep everything on. Don't let your belly go just because your legs get tired. Keep the connection in the pelvic floor. Ooh, I'm getting a little shaky. I don't know how you guys are doing, but it should be working. Keep the relaxed upper body, the neck, the shoulders, and the face. How about like 5 more? 4, 3, 2, 1. Come in. Get rid of the ball. Press all the way out. We're gonna just drop both heels underneath. Grab one knee, pull it in towards the chest. While this one's sinking, pull this one a little bit wide. And then go ahead and across the body. Now today this feels really nice to me. I'm going to keep my knee bent, but you also have the option to straighten the leg. Do whatever you need. The straighter leg is less low back and it's way more abductors. So do you. Sink the other heel under and then go ahead and just pull the opposite knee in towards the shoulder. And then once it's in, widen it a bit. And then across. All right, and then let's go ahead and bring it in. If your headrest is elevated, please lower it flat. Give yourself a smidge of space at the shoulders. I'm not gonna bother adjusting my springs, so 3 reds is plenty. And we're gonna bridge. So again, we're just mobilizing the spine. Be very articulate in the sequencing. If I were to change the springs much lighter, then this would really shift and become hamstring focused. But for now, I want it to just be about the back. Tuck the tail and we lift. All right, now, so we're in our bridge. We're gonna stay right here, and one leg's gonna go up toward the ceiling. Flex the foot, drop it to the bar, point it back up. Flex and lower, point. 3, 2, 1. Foot is on the bar. Change. Flex, point. 2, 3, 4, and 5. On, and roll back down. Let the knees sway side to side. That feels nice. All right, let's go ahead and sit up and change the springs. I'm gonna reduce it to just 2 reds. We're gonna do the mid-back series. Some of these are quote unquote basic, right? These are essential level 1 exercises, but it's kind of like a squat, right? Yeah, it's basic, but it's super effective. So we're just gonna do what works. We don't have to get fancy all the time. So tabletop the legs, straight arms are up and down. Now really fine tune your form on a basic move like mid-back series. You want to keep your arms stiff and straight. The pressure is from the pinky edge on the outside of the forearm, at the back of the arm, so that it goes right into the underarm and triggers the lats. One more time. 45 degrees, so we're at an angle. Pull it in. Keep those legs in a nice clean tabletop. Okay, we don't want to drop the feet down here. Keep your knees above the hips. Keep your feet in line with your knees. Tension-free neck and shoulders. Now go right out to letter T, wide and hug. And hug. Lowest rib is heavy on the carriage. Triceps bend, press, press. I like to put a little sandbag on the shins sometimes to challenge the lower abdominals more. I didn't bring that in today, but I know that's a little trick you can do another time. Circles, please. So it's not about hitting the machine at dock here, okay? We don't want this to be loose. You want to have that resistance, so make sure that machine stays in play. Your shoulders are lower away from your earlobes, and you're just getting a nice range at the shoulders. I just threw that in reverse. Still keeping the lowest rib down, pressing at the pinky edge of the arm. And again, let's go ahead and make the change. My ball is nearby. We're going to place our feet in the straps, okay? And then take your ball, and we're going to put it at the ankles. Okay, so we're going to have our bodies resting down on the mat. We're going to start in the lateral rotation, so heels inward, toes apart. Let the legs rise to vertical. At the top, we're going to pause, rotate the leg internally, and press it where it came from. Lateral and lift. Internal, and then down. So turn out, go up, medially rotate, and go down. So this is about mobility here at the femur in the hip socket. Don't over stress about just moving the ankles. We want to move the femur. So make sure that whole thigh is rotating. That's where the magic happens. Next time you're forward, we're going to pause and reverse. So now my legs are internally rotated and I lift at the top, spin them laterally, and then down. So notice how this feels different than when we went the opposite direction. So for me, once I get to the top here and I make that change, that lateral, I feel all these muscles around my bum, right? So all these muscles here turn on. We've got a whole bunch of rotators at the hip. They all go on there. Stay here. Bend the knees in, point and push. Flex, point. Flex, point. 4, press 3, 2, one more time, right here, hold, squeeze, 2 and 3, repeat, bend it in. Push, point, squeeze 1, squeeze 2, squeeze 3, return, 1, 2, 3. This is a take on beats here, 1, 2, 3, bend in, push in 1 and 2 and 3. Again, one more time, push and hold, we're gonna squeeze 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, parallel feet. We're gonna take our legs to vertical. So, we're not moving the machine. If your headrest is lifted, you must put it flat because we're gonna be lifting. So try not to move the machine, keeping the ball tightly between the ankles. We're simply gonna lift as high as we can without moving the machine. So 1 inch or 12, there's no right range. I want you to just concentrate on everything between the knees and the belly button are really on here. Inner thighs are part of your powerhouse, so holding this ball at the ankle actually makes the exercise a little more concentrated. We're gonna go up to the top, and we're gonna stay, and then squeeze, and squeeze, and squeeze your butt too. And 5, and 4, 3, 2, 1, lower down. Okay, legs are on fire, yes. Keep your legs straight, but go 2 inches closer to the foot bar. All right, you're welcome. That's your new angle. So again, not moving the machine. Lift and lower. So I moved down, I pulled myself down here so my shoulders are no longer against the shoulder blocks. I can't go as high on this angle. 2 more. We're gonna stay up and hold it and then squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right, inner thighs are long. They are talking. Okay, all the way out. I haven't let go of the ball yet. We're going all the way over for short spine. So lift, keep your shoulders and chest relaxed, knees soften, and we creep down. So right away, squeeze and lift, softening the knees. Down we go. So I turn my palms up. When I do this, it helps me relax my neck better. Take the ball out. We're gonna move right into just a gentle, happy baby. So wide feet, hold on to the straps, and just a gentle rock side to side. Massages your lower back. And then the feet come out. Just drop them, come up. Okay. All right, so far so good. So grab your long box. I'm gonna drop to one red. Still emphasis on the back. I'm gonna lay on my stomach for swan. So, depending on how much back bend you like, that's how much of you goes off the front edge. Hands are at the corners. My feet are the width of my hands in a lateral rotation. Arms pressed to straight. Shoulders wide down. And then we lift. Don't look up. Look forward and down. So you're always trying to reach the crown of the head up and away from the ears. Inhale, we're lifting, and exhale, lowering. I just got a few pops in my back. Nice bonus. I love how my body starts to relax here and like really stretch the muscles, and then everything starts to pop back into the right place. One more. And then down. Good. Bring your feet together and then bend in. All right, now I've still got the one red spring on. If this isn't appropriate for you, it's too heavy, you drop to a blue and a white. One hand salutes, press. So as you're doing the one-armed press, keep the feet together if you can. If your back is unhappy, then you separate the feet, of course. But keeping your body right in the center, feet just slightly lifting up so your butt is, all the muscles in your glutes and your hamstrings are working. Okay? We'll change. So you should feel not only the obvious muscles in the upper body, but also your obliques and your legs. These STOTT machines are my favorite. They're so buttery. They just are so smooth. And then come in. All right, let's go ahead and come down. I'm gonna go ahead and lower my foot bar down. And I'm gonna change the resistance to a single blue spring. So that's half, right? That's the STOTT version of half. Okay, we are gonna grab our straps. All right, so we've done a lot of basics. Now we're gonna do fancy. So this is a reverse teaser. I would argue this is far easier, but it's a great starting point too. If you're not great at teaser, this builds a lot of confidence and mobility in the back. Okay, so reminder, blue spring. If you're heavier than that, it's gonna be awful. So I would stay at a blue. We're gonna lift the arms up. So I've grabbed the loops from the top, and I'm holding where the ropes are just taut. Okay, I'm not pulling yet, I'm just holding them. And my butt is near the front. Okay, feet are planted on the headrest, and you're gonna just slowly articulate down through the center of your back until your back goes to the box. And then you continue pulling the arms behind. Then the arms lead the way, chin and chest follow, and then we lift back up. So lifting the arms up are gonna actually assist you in returning. So here we go, we're gonna curve the spine as we go down. So we've got that option to reach the arms behind us. If you don't like tipping your head, don't tip your head. And then we're back up on top. All right, so here we go. We're gonna lift one leg to tabletop. And we do the same thing. So the leg stays. You reach the arms behind, chin to chest, and then we come up. Switch. Down we go. Articulating through the spine. Head nod. Up we go. All right, if you're ready, we tabletop both legs. You are sitting enough forward. You shouldn't have any fear of falling back over. Head nod, so pushing up into those straps will help you rise. If you have it in you, pull back over your head. Then the arms go forward. This is why we're in light spring, right? Curve the tail, under we go, and then reach. So if this is your first time doing this, perhaps and you're alone, then you want to make sure that you start with that balance by one foot staying connected to the carriage at all times. We're going to give this guy a go one more time. Down we go. Reaching the arms. Head nod. Up we go. Maybe we're going to go those long legs and finish. Finish in that teaser. Bend the knees. Feet are down. It's always good, right? Challenge yourself, do something a little bit different. Okay, hang up the straps. And then we're gonna go ahead and come down. Get rid of the box, please. Okay. So we're gonna do up stretch. Bring your foot bars back to the top. I like a red and a blue. If that feels like it's always too much in your shoulders, please use a red and a white instead. Okay, quick hair fix. We're gonna stand up on the machine and we're gonna place our hands on the foot bar and our feet are high half toe up against the shoulder blocks. Okay, so this is up stretch. So we're lifting our backs up as much as we can. So we're not here, but we're lifting. Pressing the legs back first. The legs go out, the butt goes down, find plank. Then we travel forward. Once our head crosses the foot bar, we begin to head nod and we round upper, middle, lower back. And then weight shift over the feet. Keep the rounded back. Pressing the legs in nice and slow, articulate, tail to top, forward, and then we round. And we're back. Pressing the legs out, scoop the tail down it goes, find the plank, forward. This one also goes in reverse. So take that rounded shape over the foot bar, pushing the legs back, plank, and then a little lifting the tail, round, 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 over the foot bar. You got a great view of your feet here. Notice if you have weight shifted back, so you're on the outer edge of the foot. I see that a lot. Keep those ankles in neutral, please. One more time, take that rounded shape over the foot bar. Back. And then we round and lift. And then pull it all the way in. All right, come on down to the knees. I'm going to drop the blue spring off. And I'm going to grab my straps. So, now facing the tower. I like just holding the end of the black loop. If that's not enough, you can certainly choke up and hold at the top. So we're going to keep, my toes are hooked on the back end of the carriage. My body is upright. Squeeze an invisible block from the thighs. Pull. And pull. So currently my palms are facing back. And 5. 2 more. And then 8, hold it here, bend, push. So I'm just doing a tiny tricep. 3, 4, 6. I'm gonna hold it back, hold it. Turn my head as much left, turn my head as much right. Find the middle, return. Pull other way first, turning right. Lead with the eyes. So what I mean by that is pull back, stop, let your eyes look left. Follow the eyes as you turn left, center. Eyes look right, turn right, middle, and then release. Okay, we're gonna turn around. So, feet up against the shoulder blocks. Okay, we've got that invisible block between the thighs here again. Palms forward facing. Up to shoulder height. Press. 3. Just to 8 here. 5. We're going to stay up on 8 here. Palms facing in, our thumbs are out. We open, breath in. And 2, 3. all the way up behind the head for triceps. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. You're going to keep that inner thigh on, so keep squeezing the invisible block there. 5, 6, one more time, and 8. Go ahead and bring the arms all the way down. Then we're going to come off. All right, keeping just the one spring on, we're going to just wrap it up with our thigh stretch. So one foot against the machine. This is how we began, but this is the modification, right? So we're just taking it easy on the way out here. If you need more of a stretch, go ahead and put one foot here instead of on the floor. I'm trying to lay this hip down, really open the hip flexor. Whew. Glide in and out. So as I push out, I'm also bending this standing knee so that I really open the hip flexor. Once the hips open, then I press my leg towards straight. Relax the shoulders. In and up. Okay, come around to the other side. One foot forward, one foot in the back. Opening that hip flexor first, and then gliding out towards splits. Relax the shoulders here. Some people who just cannot let go of their shoulders, I have them come down to their forearms. Okay, whatever gives you the stretch that you need at this moment. One more time here. Okay, so we made it. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope your body feels amazing, and I look forward to next time. See you then.